Hi everybody, welcome back. Axion auctions, woohoo! Every day like clockwork. Ching, 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 ching. Here we go, folks. Hey, welcome everybody. And yes, Lamzo was first. Lamzo was in the house first for sure. Very cool. So welcome everybody, and get into that chat. Of course, subscribe, like, share, hit the bell, and of course, let's get into it. Lots of things coming down the pipeline for Axion over the next few weeks and months. It's going to be pretty awesome stuff. It's going to be, I think there's going to be a few shocks and aws out there too, and so we're going to look forward to that play out as well. Just some stuff on the street, as it were. That's how you do it. You go down to the local street, you see the guys hanging out in the corner, you say, hey, what's up? What's the secrets on the street? And some of those get played out there. Little whisper here, little whisper there, and hopefully no cop cars. That's probably the way you go. So pretty funny there. So welcome everybody. Here we are on auction day 268. Is about to finish there. So pretty awesome. 268, 200 million Axion, and it's a regular auction. So regular auctions there, 200 million Axion, and of course we need 6.13 to sell it out. 7.4 is in the house at the moment. Let me just check the audio, make sure I'm up and running on that. Looking good on the audio, so pretty awesome stuff there. And let's quickly check back on the old chat there. We've got John Atkins in the house, Morning Suit Man, everybody, and Lamzo for being early. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo! Early. Rocket Man, Lamzo, pretty cool. Anyway, so we've got 200 million Axion up for grabs, just under 18,000 US dollars. And of course, 6.13 ETH is what we need to sell it out. We've ended up, so far we've got just under 9 minutes to go. We've got 0.74 ETH in there and 19 million as what's been given in the stakes there. So interesting stuff there. Let's quickly check the old auction percentage. So that's 12.11% at the moment. So we'll get that little party on, and let's see if anyone bids in there in the last few moments. We've got obviously sniping period at the moment. See if anyone get in. We have got the Axion testing initiative on at the moment. Runs for 2 weeks since the 2nd of August. What's that, ending on the 14th, I guess. We're at the moment 14. We're probably about 8 or 9th. So probably 5 days left of that to go. And that's where we're at the moment. So testing that out. Once again, all the good stuff, of course, is that we're getting less recycling, giving a bit of ease into the price pressure as well, and also getting us a bit of deflation as well. So not too bad at the end of the day. All right, let's have a quick look at the auctions at the moment. Back here, we're just going to check that out. We've got what we've got coming up now is we've got a VCA number 74. I think that's right, 74. Yes, number 74. Can you believe it? Almost 75 VCAs, amazing. So we've got 500 million Axion up for grabs, $44,160, and of course 85% of that goes and buys wrapped Bitcoin dividends. At the moment, we've got a regular auction on, and 80% of that ETH goes and buys Axion, which you can claim at the end of your staking period. So depending on what your staking ladder looks like. But wrapped Bitcoin divs, of course, you can claim at any time. So we'll see how that goes. People love those wrapped Bitcoin juicy divs. And of course, entering the auction, if you're going to be a bidder, you will get 32.9 million Axion per ETH at the moment, plus up to 20% Axion bonus. That's pretty awesome. So what happens is that typically in markets, when there's a buying phase and people have got these awesome buying opportunities, people like to buy when the price is higher, and they get less Axion, and then they get taken by surprise by the word on the street. And so that's what happens. So we'll see how that plays out in the future. Obviously, people that are consistent tend to pick up the lows as they drag through and take that opportunity up. So just an interesting play out there. Let's quickly go into some of the comments there, of course, into the chat. Lamso says, hi, John. And Chris Day says, yo, 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 yo. From Chris Day, very nice to see you. And Lamso, yo, Chris Day. And John Atkins, roll on the rollovers. That's right. So we've got this VCA coming up, of course. And of course, if anything that's not sold on a VCA gets rolled over to the following Friday, and so if the price is higher too, that means more ETH is required. And of course, that's the way you go with selling those out. So let's have a quick look where we're at the moment. We're at for the Friday the 13th. Woo! Friday the 13th, mega VCA is currently 1.8 billion. That's on the 13th of August. And of course, that's $159,606. We have 2 VCAs in between that and the mega VCA. So let's see where we're at the end there. Very cool. And remember, the 14th is of the Axion test initiative. That's the first phase. Of course, there's 4 phases, and that's going to end on the 14th, basically, is based on my calculations. Hopefully my maths is right on the date there. Pretty cool. And roll on the rollover, says John Atkins. Absolutely. So that's a bit what's happening there. All right, so let's see how we're going. We've got 5 minutes to go, and of course we've had a big move in the markets. We've got Axion price at the moment. Let's have a look. These are the daily charts. So definitely buyer's market. You can see in this zone here, and quadruple 088. So just drawn back just a tad there, but so has the market, right? So has the market. Let's quickly go into see the market here at the moment. So Bitcoin, yeah, rallied up to what, 45,000. So really impressive. Broke that 42, which is actually quite a bullish thing to happen. So we're waiting for that. It's tried previously and it failed. And there we are at the moment. Let's do 7 days. This is 24 hours. So we're obviously been creeping down there at the moment, just pulling off a bit of profit taking, stuff like that. It's not too severe. I mean, a couple $1,000 these days in Bitcoin movements is not too unsurprising. Yeah, so we got up to 45,157. We're still 33% below the all-time high at the moment, 64. But I remember Crippled Dutch was talking about higher prices later on in the year, so pretty cool. John Atkins says it's easy to get despondent when auctions don't sell out, but as we've seen previously, it does not affect divs long-term, provided the team and market can fix it. Yeah, so that's it. It rolls over onto Friday, and of course, we've caught up with Axion auctions over time. So obviously, there's a few things, a lot of stuff. The team's up to a lot of stuff, man. Some of the stuff, the word on the street, sounds pretty good to me. So we'll watch out for that for sure. And remember, Axion's just only really starting to get its feet in the market there. Lots of stuff coming up. We've got Axion version 3 in audit. We've got lots of surprises, I guess, coming up as well. The team's working on quite a few things. The community's also given up some ideas that are under evaluation. So with all that mix going on, we're looking pretty good. Plus our Q3 roadmap's pretty epic as well. So we're looking forward to that. Let's go into here. This is of the Axion Today dashboard. 3 minutes to go, and we'll see how we get on there. Let's just jump back into the activity and go back 24 hours. Woo, woo. That's my little Back to the Future thing. I don't know whether it's cool or not. It's probably really geeky, but you know, that's how we roll. We roll. We just put it out there. That's what you got to do sometimes, is put it out there. And let's go back 24 hours. Back to the Future. Oh, it's been quite a lot of transactions actually. Surprised me compared to yesterday. There's been a lot. I'm just looking for lots of max stakes, of course, and other staking periods. Pretty cool to see that. Let me go. I'm just trying to find some of the bids there. What was that max stake there? Yeah, pretty cool. There's a bid there. So Dolphin bid in 0.1 ETH there. And what else we got going on there with the bid? Another Dolphin there, 0.04. As I always say, Dolphins are really huge in the ecosystem in terms of economic energy. They're turning over a lot of stuff. A lot of max stakes there too. What else we got? There must be a bigger bid there. Yeah, so there is the crab bid 0.25. So very cool to see that. Some more max staking there. Very nice. What else we got? Dolphin max staking. And another bid there from a fish, 0.35. So that's really good to see genuine investors coming in, bidding in for long term. So we like that. That's really cool. All right, so there was about 4 bidders there, and 2 of them were relatively small and 2 were dolphins. So that's interesting analysis there. That's why you come and watch the auctions, because you get to go back in time, and see who bids in. That's probably the big thing. Kevin Wilson, another Axion token member in the house. Hi everybody, good to see Kevin, John, and everyone else in there. Chat there, Lamzo of course, and Chris Day. Yo. Pretty cool. Wonder where Prana is. Maybe Prana's asleep. Who knows? We'll find out. True Blue 75's in the house. Morning, True Blue. Woohoo! Good to see True Blue in the house. Welcome everybody to the Axion Daily Auction. It's going to be pretty much fun. And it really is, based on the word of the street, it really is the quiet before the storm coming up in the next few weeks. Pretty cool. I'm really loving where the team is heading with some of their strategies. It's giving great confidence to me, at least. So I'm very excited about that. Very cool. All right, so let's jump over to the price at the moment. Quadruple 088. Let's do the old. Let's go to the hourly there, and then we'll jump back to the auction, because we've only got a minute left, folks. A minute left in the auction. Let's do a refresh and see where we're at this stage, and then we'll probably refresh one more time as well. So there we are. So we got $2,167 in there, and let's get out there. So we've got the 20 million in Axion divs. That's 85% is 80% is $1,724. and we're at here 12.11% sold out at the moment. So we've got 30 seconds to go. Here we go. Unless there's a surprise sniper in there, this will probably be the end result. We'll just watch that slow down there. Slow down in time. Woo. All right, there we go. Grab yourself a drink, of course. Sit back, relax. We're about VCA74 is about to start, and of course that's going to be auction day 269. Woo! Party on time here. That's here we go down in the south in New Orleans or something. I don't know if I think New Orleans south. All right, so there we are. Cool. All right, so 24 hours. We've just flipped over, folks, and we've just started auction day 269, VCA number 74. Not far away from 75, obviously. Pretty cool. And let's wait for this to reset, and then we're going to check a few things, of course, as well. All right, so let's jump back. We're going back to the market here, and then we're going to jump around. So Bitcoin 43, obviously Bitcoin dividends that everyone's got so far, and 73 VCAs has gone up because Bitcoin's gone up, so that's nice. That's that wealth effect being invested in Axion and staked. So playing out there, and we've got Ethereum at just under 3,000. Actually was over. It's about 3,100. So this pullback, Binance at 341 was up like 355 something. Cardano 142, XRP 78, Dogecoin 23 cents. It's probably down the biggest there in the 24 hours, 12%. If the market does bounce back, they might get the biggest bounce back, right? Polkadot at $19.35 and Uniswap at $26.12. Bitcoin, of course, honorable mention there, 553.65. Now, I understood that was a Bitcoin BSV was under some sort of mining attack, I understand. I only got a little coverage of that, but I'm not sure where BSV is. There it is there, down 5.5, so not sure how that's gone. Seems to be 2.6 up for the week, so yeah, something's happened there anyway. Let me know in the chat if you know anything about BSV's miners attack or anything like that. Right, we're just refreshing, folks, and we should have hopefully start. There we are, folks. Woohoo! All right, so we've opened up day 269 and VCA 74, 500 million up for grabs, 44,160. 85% of that of the ETH that gets binned by bidders, investors, goes onto Uniswap and buys wrap Bitcoin dividends. That will show up here. We need 15 ETH to sell out, folks. 15 ETH to sell out. We've got 24 hours to do it. Let's see how we get on. This is wrap Bitcoin time. And of course, people that bid in will get a 32.9 million plus up to 20% bonus for max share or 5,555 day stakes, which is equivalent to 15.2 years if you're not familiar with that. Now, minimum, of course, to get minimum bonus requirement is to do a 350-day stake, and that's 6%. And obviously, it just ramps up after that. Now, if you do less than 350 days, obviously no extra bonus, so just take that into account. And minimum withdrawal, of course, is 60 days. So that's at the moment. Very cool. Let's go into the chat there to see what's going on. Maybe I missed something. No, chat's up to date, so very nice. True Blue was the last one in there. True Blue, I love that. You're my boy, Blue. You're my boy. You're my boy, Blue. I love Old School. I don't know if you've seen Old School, the movie, but it's hilarious. One of my favorites of all time. Good old School. All right, that's how we roll with the Old School. All right, so very nice there. Where else we're going here? So don't forget that the liquidity mining is ramping down. So people withdraw tokens. Let's see where the APY, 123.41%, 430 LP tokens, 1,000 LP tokens. People are not withdrawing them yet. And I think it was Kevin, wasn't it? Kevin was in the house playing the old wait to the last minute, get the highest amount. Of course, there was going to be about 50 million Axion dripped out there. So that's hilarious. That's $2,400 a day up for grabs at the moment, based on the number of blocks that we did. We worked out how many blocks there were. And of course, the APY is 123. People have been stubborn and they have not withdrawn. They're all playing the same game. I love it. So there's a bit of action there. And Kevin's part of it, of course. Wish I was in there too. That would have been a bit of fun. And of course, I think we've got, it's a 10th. So we've got about a day and a half, something like that. I'm not sure if it has a time frame on here. But yeah, so it's just still $500,000 worth of liquidity in there. Remember, that goes into Uniswap. So that's stuck in Uniswap at the moment. So when that gets withdrawn, it's going to be interesting to see the thinner liquidity. Obviously, the team's liquidity is still in there. That's not coming out till September. So that's going to be interesting as well. With a smaller liquidity pool, you can move the price up and down a lot easier with any transactions. Remember that. So interesting stuff there. Going to play out, and I don't know what's going to happen with the remaining rewards. There's still about 1.2 billion in there. Probably by the time it finishes, about 109,000. So I'm not sure where that just sits back in the the old whatever wallet. It's one of the team's wallets there. Very cool. Kevin says, yeah, that was John. I actually withdrew mine already. Oh, okay. Okay, good one, Kevin. So that was John. Sorry, John Atkins. I think it's John Atkins, yeah, versus John Robertson. Sorry about that, John. Messing names up here. Woohoo! All right, so let's get onto it, and let's do a refresh. 5 minutes into the hour, and let's do a nice refresh here. I'm looking forward to see the LP take. I'll be following that. You know me. I love that stuff. So we'll see how that plays out. And was it last man standing? Last man standing. I think the team's going to give some notifications about the LP mining when it gets close. So just keep watch out for that too. Very cool. All right, so that's where we're out there. Let's have a quick look at the ecosystem quickly while we wait for some ETH to come in. We do this every day. We've got 310.9 billion total supply, 57.3 billion total liquid, and so take off about 3 for the team dev wallet, and we've got about 54.3. That's the number we want to squeeze, and they've got a couple of promotional activities at the moment, doing that, 3 at least, targeting liquidity on there, but we just need to get bigger things and layer those on top of each other, and obviously a bit of tokenomics change, a bit of auction changes, and we can start tackling that. Once you get that liquidity squeeze on, you can get that parabola prices going the other way. So we're looking forward to that. It's total stake 253.5 billion staked, and we've got about 82.5% staked at the moment, which is outstanding, of course. Crypto rank 1,011, just popped back over that 1,000 mark from yesterday. We were below 1,000, so just popped back over there. Obviously, the market's pulled back a bit, and relativities have changed. Total stake 26,117, and of course, we've got 9.43 million average stake size. It's the same as the last 2 days. Average stake length is 2,538, which is outstanding, about 6.9 years. That's crazy stuff in terms of long stakes. Pretty amazing. Market cap 9.12 million sorry. And so still holding up reasonably well. And of course, share rate 1.1939, and that represents, getting stake earlier is better. You get more shares. As that number goes up, you get less shares. Basically, take the amount of Axion you have divided by that number, and if that number's going up, you're going to get less shares. So just better to stake earlier than later. Basically, how it works. Compound interest. All right, let's finally wrap up with our number of shares on the market. We've got 668.5 billion shares. I think that's only up a little bit from yesterday. That's where we're at the moment. So very nice. Obviously, if we sell our auctions, that number goes up pretty fast again as well. Really cool. All right, so that's that for that. And we'll go back to the market. Here's the hourly chart. Let's have a look where we're up on yesterday. So we're currently, what's this hour? 18. Let's go back to 18 as well, back in time. It's 18 here. Let's go back 18. I think that's 18. So yeah, we were up about here yesterday. Let me go there. So yeah, so we're down from yesterday. So but the market is down, of course, about 5%. So we're down about 6.7% from yesterday when we were doing a live stream. So that's that. And what's the market down? As we said, depending on which token you're looking at ETH is down 7%. So that's actually not too bad, I guess, based on that basis. All right, very cool. Let's quickly go and check out the liquidity. Just under $3 million liquidity, 56,000 daily volume, which is not too bad compared to 20, 30,000, but obviously miles beyond where we want it to be. Pooled ETH is 506, and pooled Axion is 16.7. Obviously, as the LP tokens get taken out here, that will adjust that number as well. So that will adjust that pool there, and that's where we're at the moment. Let's have a look. We've got quite a lot of green buys there. Not too bad. Obviously, the volume is also important. The amount of volume there, but nice, a lot of stuff. Looks like we've got more people entering the promotion for VABL. So that's what I put on the old thumbnail, was the fact that people that is open. The VABL airdrop is open. 5.25 million VABL up for grabs. Now, yesterday when we went on Discord, originally, remember I talked about only 10 people being in, so they'd get like $17,500 airdrop each. Yesterday it was about 100 people. So it was about 17. So that drops down to about $1,750 each. So it's still actually really high. So definitely something to keep tabs on. And I don't think it closes until the 18th. Let's go check the announcement. Of course, this is a pretty big opportunity. It looks like a lot more people are getting wind of it and getting into there. And of course, this is it here. Until the 17th to complete the task. So I'll just post that in the chat there. This is the VABL one. VABL airdrop. And there it is there. John Atkins says, I hoped I was the only person in the VAB airdrop. Yeah, I bet you were. That would be awesome. Also, it's about $75,000 or something. Yeah, nice one there, John. Absolutely, but I don't think it just depends how much it's subscribed it gets by the 17th. Because anything like if it ended up being $400 or $300, something like that, that'd be pretty handsome. You're putting up about $200 up as capital. And obviously you've still got that capital. If that goes up in price, then you win on that too. So pretty nice on that. And it was 147,000. Sorry, not 75. 147,000 US dollars. And of course that's now. Yesterday it was about 100 people, so it looks like people are still entering that. So that's why we've got a lot of greens as well, which is that's working, right? That stuff's working. I love it. So here's 1,500. That's the sort of default amount. I think you only need to buy about 1.5 million. I think you only need to buy about a million or so. It's just whatever $100 is. I think it was a million. No, a million actually. So here's the rules. Let me go back to the rules. So buy at least a 1 million Axion and stake it for 350 days. Or more, and buy $100 worth of VAB. So you have to do both of those to qualify and then participate, and then you have to be in before the 17th to complete those tasks. So here's somebody that's done that. Oh, they actually, got some decent bags in there. And let's have a look here. Stake. So this looks like they might have staked this 2 hours ago. Let's jump in there. So they've staked some Axion there, and then what else they've done? That's actually more Axion than I thought they had. Let's watch this one here. Maybe it's this one here. And they bought the VAB. So they bought the VAB, but they've got in excess of what the requirements are, and they bought more VAB as well. Very cool. And so that person has gone in, and that's just recently. So very cool. That's just one of the last buys there, and you can kind of pick them off with the millions here. So these millions may be VAB entries. Let's have a look at this one as well. I love this stuff because it just shows you when you have good things in action. So there's staked. Someone staked there. Let's have a look. Yeah, that's staked Axion there, so 1.1 million, very nice. And of course, they may have VAB in there as well. These are Ramo accounts, of course, so we don't know who these people are, but they've got a bit of direwolf and stuff. There's their VAB, $100 worth of VAB. So another one, I love it. So there's just a couple examples. We won't go through all of them, of course, but you can see we're getting a lot of green buys from all that stuff, and you can see the similar amounts. There's a lot of entry stuff. You can sort of pick them off as you go. Pretty cool on that. So I hope you guys enjoyed that one. It's the promotion of working in action. Remember, we've got 3 things. We've got the weekly Twitter giveaway. That's $100. We've got the that buys Axion. We've got the summer legend giveaway. That's buys Axion on the market, and then we've got the VAB airdrop, which is probably the biggest out of all of them. And that's buys Axion on the market plus VAB. So very cool. I like that stuff. And that's just the kickoff. That's the getting started, getting warmed up. So very cool on that. Let's quickly jump over to the VAB. Let's have a look at the VAB price at the moment, actually, and see how that's doing under just a slight market pullback after going up for days, quite a few days in a row. So it's down 9.2%. Remember, that was up yesterday. So that's at 2.5 cents. So it was up about similar amount yesterday. So just pulled back with the market there. Yeah, you can see it was up here at like 2.8 cents. Now it's just down about 2.5. So very cool. Let's have a look at the max period, of course, of that. And I know a lot of people watching are probably got some VAB as well. So yeah, the highest, obviously, when it comes out, pretty typical. And it was up at, up there. So not too bad. Obviously not very long in the market at the moment. So you can see 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th of August there. So early days for VAB. Very cool. All right. I don't know if they have a market cap on there. Not yet. No. All right. Let's have a look at SKRT too. I think SKRT. Oh, well, I won't say too many things about SKRT because I don't want to give too many, things about that. But yeah, 1.8 cents at the moment, down 14.5 cents. Moving around a lot actually at the moment, but still up 129% on the bottom there. Very cool. Let's have a quick look at Sleepy Sloth. Remember last time I did this, I crashed my computer. Got to make sure it's not overheated. Pretty hilarious. All right. Everyone's going, don't look at CoinGecko. No, just kidding. All right, so let's have a quick look at Sleepy. Oh, kick over capacity there. Oh, whatever. Okay, we're out of CoinGecko. It's telling me over capacity there for some reason. All right, so very nice. That's where we're at the moment. What else I was going to look at here? let's go refresh the auction and see where we're at. 15 minutes in, folks, and we're going to do a nice refresh for sure. Go for gold. Cheers. All right, 15 ETH to sell out. We've got 24 hours, of course, to do it, and we're 15 minutes in. There's some interesting developments coming up for sure in the week ahead. Let's go quickly check out the old summer giveaway. So we've looked at the VAB Airdrop. I've posted that. Now we've also got the summer giveaway. Get into that as well. Share it around. That's probably the most effective thing. You can participate or share it around and introduce new people to Axion. Community obviously plays a big role. There's so much stuff coming up for Axion, and it's going to be exciting times for sure. So there we are. That's the summer giveaway. And basically all we have to do, there's 2 Legend Nanos, custom branded ones giving away every day. And of course, between July the 15th and August the 15th. So we are in the last week. And plus there's a draw for 1,000 USDC plus 12.5 million Axion grand prize. Woohoo! And man, someone's going to be happy if they get that. That's pretty cool. So anyway, remaining days to claim 6 days and 6 hours. And of course, you can enter by buying $100 worth of Axion on Uniswap, which I think is about, I think it's about $1 million or something. They're about that much. You can also, if you stake it for 350 days, then you can also get 3 extra entries. So that's 4 entries, 1 by buying, 3 by staking it, and then 2 more entries by sharing on Twitter or Facebook. And then there's the form there that you can fill out to get that. Now winners will be chosen every Thursday, so we've already had 3 weeks of winners, and of course, what's that? 30. That's 42 winners already. Pretty cool. And of course, we've got 14 coming up for the final week, I guess. And maybe they've got another day after that. I'm not quite sure how they're getting there. But there we are. And the grand prize winner of $2,000 equivalent basically will be selected at the end of the event. So everybody that's entered will be up for the grabs for that. There's a few fine print details there, but very exciting for sure. And it comes in a nice package, of course, from the store as well, with the old custom Axion on. Nice. All right, so that's pretty cool. And of course, the other thing we've got is the weekly contest. So that's number 2 there. And number 3, of course, is the weekly update. Don't forget to check out the marketing update if you haven't checked that out. It's very cool. We've got the Axion testing initiative on at the moment, of course. That will probably end on, what did I say? End on the 2 plus 14, the 16th. Maybe it's the 16th. Maybe I quite give that away. And let's just jump to the next page. Hopefully it's going to update faster than it did yesterday. So we had the Q2 user survey. That was really cool too. We've gone through that already on this channel. Your Axion story event, we've done that too. Going to that. So hashtag better way to crypto. This is the 3rd event that's currently running. All of these drive buyers onto the market. And of course, this one is on Twitter, pretty much going for good. I think we're on week 5, aren't we? Week 6, sorry. Axion, stake Axion earns Axion, I think is where we're at the moment. So you can enter that too. I'll post that in the chat as well. So it's the 3rd item, number 3. Very cool. All right, looking good. And let's jump away from there at the moment. And here we've got, actually got some examples of the winners. I didn't see this last time. Hilarious. Okay. So Thabmir Danish, week one. That's hashtag bigger way to crypto. Diversify your crypto portfolio with a CD-based token that pays BTC and dividends 4 times a week. Learn more about Axion in the featured article. Very nice, and it's pretty cool. Number 2 was Crypto Casper. Hashtag ethical finance. Earn rapidly with Axion, a true crypto gem. 5 and of course crypto that pays dividends. WTF? Why wouldn't you buy? Make a better tomorrow by Axion. Nice one there. And of course, you've got week 3 with Axion. You can. And of course, that was different, folks. I think one of those is Prana. I just can't remember now. I think it's Distant 1, 24 is Prana, possibly. Axion Network is a community-driven ERC20 token with an implemented DAO, ethical finance partnership with the likes of Sleepy Sloth, Securitant, Stylewolf, Fable, buy, stake, and earn dividends, and of course Axion, Crypto CD, BTC, etc. So pretty cool. Then Distant 24, of course, and I think that might be Prana, is in Axion. We build awareness, exposure, and support our partners who share common goals. Nice one there. Just pushing on that as well. What else we got? And then Relax and Divs week 5. Miss Teen Crypto. Are you earning passive income? And then Tiago, with Axion, you can stake Axion, earn Bitcoin 4 times a week. I just relax and receive my Bitcoins. True project, amazing community, and fantastic devs there. So very nice on that. And so that, I think that must have been Tiago that won that one. And so we're on week 6, folks. So that's that one there. Stake, Axion, earn Bitcoin. Get out on Twitter there and participate in that. Very cool. Right, so let's check out that and go back to that. We'll go back and check the old auction here as well. It's going to do the old refresh. Let's refresh. There we go. Refresh. All right. So we've got just waiting. No ETH in there yet. So no sniping the last couple of days, obviously. So we're just being patient with this one. We are getting some ETH coming over the 24-hour period. And so we'll see how we get on today, of course. With the market pullback, possibly a bit more likely that people will enter as well. So we'll see if that plays out too. That's our intuition there. I guess it's one way of looking at intuition. 32.8 million. Pretty awesome. Now, obviously, Pullen was talking about yesterday that his job's not over until he gets, like someone said, oh, your job will be over when you get to Axion to 1 cent. And he goes, oh no, this is phase 1. He goes, that's just phase 1. I thought that was pretty hilarious. So nice one there. Good leadership coming out from Pullen on that. So Pullen is the marketing director for Axion, if you're not familiar. Hey, good morning, man, and the rest of the Axion Nation there. Got a big wave up there, so big wave to pull in there. And what else we got? Slash is in the house. Morning, Slash. Pull in. Hey, John. Where are we got in here? So let's have a look. John Evolve says, "What pull in? Why are the auctions bids down so much? I'm trying to promote to my friends to get into Axion. Thanks." And then let's have a look. I'll jump to the original. Boom. All right. Hey, we've seen Paul in there too. Paul in the chat. We'll go check out what he's been saying. Hey, John. This always tends to happen when ETH is pumping. Same happened back in May, around the 4th to the 12th. People hold on to the ETH until the top, then the auction starts selling again. Yeah, that's a good point. Nope. Not. What does it hurt when auctions don't sell out? Not really. You still get your divs just a few days later when the rollover comes around, which is this Friday. And we've already looked at that actually with the old market there. Let me have to log on again. Let's scroll down. Let's scroll it. Let's do it. All right. So that's megas. Oh, 1.9. So it's up to 167,000 US dollars on Friday the 13th. Now, don't forget to wear something really, really funny on there. And hey, we're gonna on Friday the 13th, we're gonna get people on this live stream. Okay, we're gonna send out the invite, get people on. We're gonna have a great time on Friday the 13th. I'll have to do a nice theme for that, and I'll do a bit of promotion in the old Discord as well. It's going to be fun. All right, so that's a deal, and so we're going to get into that. Very cool. Just decide that right now on the spot. So there we are. That's what we're going to do. It's going to be really fun. All right, so very cool. Let's go to where we're up to. Back to Discord there. Wanted to check out and see. Look, I see Paul from Axion today is in the chat. So let me spell Paul correctly first. Paul L. Paul L. Yeah. Let's go back down to today. It's obviously in the chat there. Paul's been in there a lot more lately, I've noticed, so it's pretty cool to see Paul back in the chat a lot. Today, ever get the feeling you're being watched? I'm not sure what that, all this Axion news that the last week or so has me browsing the Lambo ads. That's pretty hilarious. It's got some Lambos there. Looking serious at this one. Which one's that one? Looking serious at this one. That'd be hilarious. 989 Lamborghini. That's the old, that's the old, what was the guy? The old classic Lamborghini from Hawaii. What's the old detective? Oh man, I can't believe I've forgotten his name. What's his name? Hawaii detective. Come on, everybody, you guys know who I'm talking about. Oh God, can I not believe it? Anyway, I can't remember what that one's about. All right, so that was that. That's that page. Let's have a look at the. How do you get out of this page? I want to go to page 1. Oh, it's almost coming to me. Almost got the guy. It's almost there. Same here. Couch for some of the Lambos are $1 million. Holy crap! Yeah, well, people often give up Lambos these days just for getting more crypto, right? Why spend on a Lambo when you can try and invest it to get more crypto? That's pretty much. I think a lot of people have changed their mind on that. A few people, obviously. I want 5,000. Man, 30 years old cars. That black one. Oh, that's nice. That's definitely nice. That one. Let's have a look at that one. That's pretty. The old black. Yeah, that's the kind of classic shape too. Classic shape. We'll give it a little love to that one now. And the Axion Grand Americano por favor, keep the change. I'm just an investor like you all in here. I 100% believe I'll get a Lambo thanks to Axion. All those posters on my bedroom as a young'un were a sign. Yeah, that's true. A lot of people have the old Lambos. There's the old classic red. Let's go check that out. That's pretty neat. Let's go check out the old red Lambo. Boom. Yeah, nice. Axion Paul. Oh, I can't believe he's put his own name on it. That's hilarious. Axion Paul on it. That's so funny. Oh man, I was just looking at the red card. I didn't realize he had put his own name on it. That's hilarious. Let me put something on that one. Let me just do it, and I might do a reply. You even added your name to the license plate. Nice work. Put on that something there. There we go. All right, so that was pause one there. Hopefully that goes up. It's actually added now. All right, nice one. Yeah, it says Paul there. What else? I think that was about it from Paul. Let's have a see what Pullen's been saying. Let's see what Pullen's been saying in the chat. It's always good to try and chase down the leaders of the team, of course. Obviously, the dev team and stuff have probably got their heads down doing a lot of other stuff. So it's nice to see the marketing director, in the chat. Very cool. I'm not sure if that's coming up with Pullen's one, but Pullen they keep changing their name so much. It's hard to keep up sometimes. Let's go down yesterday's chat. What else was today? Let's go today. Oh, that was the joke. Yeah, someone said yesterday about Pullen. Something, that I would just be phase one. Said if you get Axion gets to 1 cent, is that your job done over something? And it's like, oh no, it's just phase one. I like that. That's kind of cool. All right, not the whole mission. That's the price of the token. Let's jump to this one. So here was the price of the token will be whatever the price is on the day. There are 5.25 million, obviously 5.25 million VAB tokens to be distributed. So if only 100 people enter the drop, you will each get 52,000 tokens, which is $1,300 at current price. Okay, so I'm pretty sure I saw another post that he did say that there were 100 people, so I'm not 100% sure now based on looking at this. Give me a bit of doubt there. So we're sure that he had that in any case, but we'll see how many there are at the end. Obviously, the lower there is, there's some pretty massive airdrop coming. Sure, drop me a DM and pass it on. A little bit. Point bidding ETH is that ETH is used for buybacks to buy Axion from Uniswap to distribute to stakers. If users have to use Axion to bid, couldn't be any buybacks. There's some questions there. What else we got going on? My predictions maxed out at 41 cents. Hey, normally there are penalties, but have paused them until the 30 days after V3 launch. So yeah, just remember that if you've got matured stakes, then you're not getting penalties on them until V3 is launched. So 30 days after V3, so that's pretty cool. And obviously we're up to the current ones now. So pretty nice stuff there. Very cool. All right, let's jump back out there, and we're going to go check the auction, of course. Let's see what pretty quiet there in the chat there, folks. So we'll jump over to the auction and do another refresh and see where we're at. We're currently 28 minutes into the hour, and we'll do a little spice up here. Let's go. All right, so no ETH in there at the moment, obviously 24 hours, and we've got the new ATI testing on there. ETH has obviously been booming, waiting for that comeback. So we've got a lot of forces moving at the moment. We'll see how we play out with that. Now, the main point, of course, with the Axion bonus is to get long-term investors staking. When I say that, it means 350 days or longer. That's the how you roll, and those are people that get more shares as well. So. All right, so we finished the last auction about 30 minutes ago, which was a regular auction. And let's see what we've got coming out of staking wise. We ended up selling, let's go back to the actual chat there. So we did 0.74 ETH. So let's go into that. That would mean 0.74. What was it, times 32.9, I think it was. So that's about 24 plus the 20% bonus. Depends on whether they're max staked or not. So we've ended up here. Fish come out. It looks like a fish has come out there. 13.8 million. Max staked that. Another dolphins come out. 700,000. Done a pretty good stake there. 1207 days. And then we've got another one there coming out 1.6 million, coming out of that regular auction from the looks of it, and max stake that. And then we've got another one coming out with 1,000 days. It's actually interesting. We had a lot of max stakers constantly, and of course our statistics show that most people that enter the auctions, despite having recyclers in there, actually end up max staking or staking long at least over 1 year. I think it was up to 80% based on Pullen's data, if I remember rightly. And of course, recently we've been seeing people doing other staking periods, a lot more like 3 years, 4 years. Interesting stuff. Some behavior there, but there's definitely a lot of dolphins moving as well. So very cool. And we got a couple of new investors in there. Particularly, this was a good new investor there. Nice. All right. Let's jump out of there. Scroll back down. And go back down there. So max share club, of course, 142.56 billion. I forgot to do this in the overview earlier, and that keeps climbing. Stakes 9,500. Let's do the percentage now. 142.56 is the amount of Axion in billions. Oh, that didn't work out to the decimal place. 142. That wouldn't have worked out very well at all. 142.5 billion max share club, and we'll divide that over the total amount of staked, which is 253.6, let's say. So that's 56% max stake based on these numbers. Pretty cool. 56, that's a lot. All right, so let's we've got Bitcoin, of course, 168.39 after 73 VCAs, and that's $7.3 million at the moment. Keeps changing all the time as Bitcoin changes, and of course, $139.96 million worth. Woo-hoo-hoo! Has been withdrawn by stakers. Very cool. Obviously, you can just leave it on the platform. You can claim it at any time. Wrap Bitcoin does. It's one of the cool features. So if you're new to Axion, of course, and you want to get collect up some Wrap Bitcoin, especially, then that's the way to go. Obviously, do your investment, due diligence, check out everything, ask questions, go into Discord, ask questions to the moderators. We've got full-time moderators in there now. Not many crypto projects have that at all, and they're in there constantly on Telegram, Twitter, Discord, Reddit as well. I believe I don't spend a lot of time on Reddit myself, but I understand that is the case. Very cool. Yeah, I think that's where I was at with that. So yeah, pretty nice. Let's see how much has actually been withdrawn. 140 divided by 168, 168.4. So 83% of Wrap Bitcoin's been withdrawn from the staking platform, and you do that on the auction page, of course, on the stake page. So when you make a stake on Axion, it goes to the stake page, even if you withdraw and stake out of the auction. So you can make a stake directly on the stake page here. You can just do a stake live. You can do one here. And of course, you can put in any value you want and do the maths on that. Tells you the US dollars amounts. You can put any days, 350 days. You can put max share, which is the longest staking period, 15.2 years or 5,505 days. And you can see that you got the old time scale here. You can move it along to see how it improves your shares as you go. So it's pretty cool. That your basic shares is basically the 10 million divided by the share rate. So obviously, Axion is a certificate of deposit with a share rate, and obviously there's a couple of projects out there like that, but they all have a lot of different features as well. And Axion is definitely one of the big three in that case. And of course, there's the share rate. So you take 10 million Axion divided by 1.1942 share rate, and then that would give you the amount of basic shares that you get, which would be 8.4 million there. And of course, you get 20% bonus on that per year that you stake. So year 1, year 2, year 3, year 4. So year 1, you get 20%. After 15.2 years, which is 5,505 days, you get over 300%. And that's why you get so many. We saw that we got 56% of people max staking, trying to get that over 300% bonus. And of course, we had a few promotional campaigns on as well with extra bonuses in there. But that would give you, for max stake, you'd end up 25 million bonus there. So that gives you total shares of almost 34 million, which is pretty huge. Then you can go click to estimate your earnings, and it will show you, estimated Axion and Wrap Bitcoin div earnings that you could potentially expect, assuming auctions were sold out and stuff like that over time. So pretty cool. You can obviously just change the amount of terms it wants. So if you did about 5 years, it would go down to about 16.7 million obviously if you did it maxed there, 34 million. And later, of course, when we have Axion version 3, stakes will be converted into NFTs, and there'll be secondary markets as well. So secondary markets, if you're not familiar, which is where you can trade out of a long stake position, and they also do that in some term investment ones and fiat traditional banking. They have secondary markets for those too. Not many, but they're out there, and they're certainly evolving too, where you can trade out of a stake position. And traditional markets, of course, it depends on whether you've got to find a willing buyer, but of course, normally they're taking a position. Sometimes you can do discounted positions, and they trade pretty liquid as well. So pretty cool stuff happening there. We look forward to that. All right, let's jump back to the auction and check that out. Woohoo! I actually don't think I finished on the staking pit. So if you actually get a stake here, if you have got a stake in play, it will show at the bottom here. And then of course, just right here where I've got my arrow there, you will see your wrap Bitcoin dividends coming in as well. So that's where that would be. Obviously, this is a demo account, so it doesn't really show much of details of that. Okay, so we're trying to get 15.2 ETH in there at the moment. Let's have a look at the price here. So the price of Axion sitting at quadruple zero. 8848. Don't be late. That's very light. 888's are very lucky in Chinese culture. So 8888. That's almost 888. Not quite there as well. That'd be something that Axion to move into. Moving into Asian markets would be quite cool, and getting a lot of new Asian investors. Probably, good exchanges like Liquid Exchange is what's the Japanese exchange? Probably be pretty cool to get something on there. Introduce a whole new wave. I think a lot of Japanese investors, South Korean, get onto those exchanges. Probably interesting strategies as well. Yeah, very cool. All right, let's jump over there. Hey, get into the chat, of course, and say hello, of course. I don't know if you haven't subscribed, make sure to subscribe, like, share, hit the bell, and we'll catch you in every live show after this, because we've got them every day. So we're on day 269, VCA number 74. We're heading on up towards 300 auction days, and we're also heading on towards 75 VCAs, which is only 1 day away. So that's pretty easy to make that target. Pretty cool. And imagine when we're here on day 365. OMG, that would be crazy, wouldn't it? Crazy. But we are already here on day 269 and counting, so it's going to be a bit of fun. All right. So there are some. I see the what's it? Elon Rocket has gone off the top popular board here on Dex Tools. So yeah, that's pretty hilarious. We've got La Lang in there. Good morning, Sir Pullen. Word morning, La Lang. So a few things going on there, and the rest of the Axion Nation. Very cool. All right, cheers everybody. Hope you guys have got your little Kool-Aid or your hot chocolate. Actually, what did we have? We actually had Patricia in the house as well the other day. I forgot to. We're going to look at Patricia, and not sure if she's Patricia. There we are, Patricia S. See if she's got some comments in there. She had a cat, so cats in there, Axion cats. So we'll quickly check out the Axion cats. Yeah, that's the one cat. That's the other two cats. Very nice. So that's Patricia's cat. So that's hello from Patricia. When was that? The 8th of July. So that's the last time Patricia was on there. Another host from Axion today. Very cool. All right, jump back out of there. Very nice. All right, let's jump over there and let's go check out the good old gas prices. Now, gas prices, obviously we had the London fork happen. There is a site actually that you can actually see the gas prices. So we're going to have to quickly check that out too, because that's how we roll. We like to see what's going on in the big wide world. So price is still high, 38, 37, still relatively high compared to local gas prices that we have had the last wee while since it came plummeting down from 100 Gwei on average. We got the Uniswap somewhere between $9 and $12 to a swap there. We've got OpenSea, which is probably the best indicator compared to entering the auctions at the moment. Obviously, once V3 is out, this stuff's, we're not, very rarely will we be talking about gas prices once version 3 is out. And Axion will be the only project on the Ethereum blockchain that I'm aware of that will be able to not care about gas prices so much. So it's going to be pretty exciting. OpenSea, of course, NFT is around about $40, so that might cost you at the current price about 45, 50 bucks, something like that. Is what I'm guessing out there. Obviously, if you can get the grade much lower, under 30, then that will start to really fall quite quickly. Let's have a look at the gas prices. Oh, we had another 195 earlier today. Interesting, it's around all this time here, 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning. That is probably when I'm gathering North American traders and people are operating. That's why we're seeing that. That's my guess without knowing anything further, why we get that always around this time. Fortunately, around the auction times, we get relatively lower gwei, so that's good too. So very cool on that. And let's quickly Jess, watch ETH burn or something. Let me just go. Let me try that out. Watch ETH burn. Something I'm not quite sure the name. Might have watch ETH burn. Here we are. Watch the burn. Watch the burn. I knew it was something. Watch the burn, and you can check that out. Let's go watch the burn. Here we are. This is after the London fork happened. What was it? Was it 2 days ago? Can't remember now. 2 days ago, something like that. Watch the burn. Watch the burn. Let's see, burning. All right, so there we are. Watch the there's the gas fee burning there. You can actually see burned 11 ETH so far. Total burned 16,500 ETH, I guess, since it's been launched under London fork. What else we got? Burned 11.3. Rewards 49.4. Let me just jump back to the auction and just make sure that I'll refresh there. We're 42 minutes in. Just going to refresh this, make sure that's up to date. And we'll go into some of the fee burning there on the ETH fork. Very cool. So no ETH in there. I think we've got a couple of comments too in the chat. Cosmo Gemini, hey Superman, hey everybody. Late, but my 9 to 5 is taking all my hours, so I'm here to keep learning to get out of the program. Nice one, Gemini. And Cosmos says, "Hey Superman, late as job is taking my hours. Hey, you got to work, you got to earn that bread, and you know that's how it rolls. Here to learn more Kiwi too. So while you're working, I am too. Appreciate all the hard work. Hey, no problem, Gemini. Much appreciated, and big shout out to you for sure." Right, so that's where we are at the moment. Let's have a watch of the ETH burn. Very cool on the site. So watchtheburn.com. And of course, 6,500 ETH has been burnt since the London fork's been put in place. And it's got current session, so I'm not sure what time frame this is. 14.2 reward, 61 ETH. Tips, they've got tips in there, of course, now in the EIP 1559. So tips there, 2.114. And I'm not sure how that works actually. I did read it ages ago, but I can't remember what that actually why people were tipping or who's getting the tips or whatever. Blocks 28, lowest base. I guess over 28. 28 is the burn there. Lowest base fee 29 gwei, highest base fee 40. So it's still high, obviously, but prices are higher, and so more demands there, conditions there. So gwei is still staying up there. So the idea of this fork was also to try and lower the average fees, was my understanding. So yeah, base fee 35. Watching the burn, 531 people watching the burn. Maybe a couple of you are watching the burn too, if you've taken the link there. Because Gemini says sorry on the repeats. Hey, that's all good. You're most welcome there. Repeat. All right, so very cool. We've got the what's this here? The old diagram. It's got the block. So this is by block on the chart. That's pretty cool. So what's the most recent block there? 12,989,627 is the latest Ethereum block. Burned 1 ETH, just about. Rewards 2 ETH. Tips 0.36 ETH. Base fee 33. And it's got the gas used and gas target. Transactions 227. Pretty cool. Tips and burns. Tips and burns. Cool chart. Tips and burns. 1 ETH there. What else we got? Tips and burns. It's going up and down like a yo-yo. That one burns. Tips pretty consistent actually. Transactions. We got transactions. Actually, 227. That's going up around there. And gas is the gas one there. Just breaks down all that data. I guess here's the latest blocks. Just not looking at on a horizontal view. Going in there as well. Tips. A little bit of tips. Man, the tips vary quite widely. I guess they vary with the burned amount. Gas used percentage. 16 cents. Man, it's amazing how many blocks. I mean, 16 seconds, 33 seconds, 1 minute. So about 3 blocks a minute, isn't it? Maybe four blocks, 3-4 blocks a minute. Very cool. And what's at the bottom here? Anything else? No, that's it. So that's a pretty cool website. I hope you guys enjoyed that one. If you haven't seen that, it's a pretty neat website to watch the ETH burn. That's brand new, of course. And of course, that was deflationary, isn't it, compared to the amount. There's about 116 million ETH in supply. So obviously, this is burning ETH here. It's a small amount, though, compared to 116 million. But it's still something, right? Still something. And the market seems to be excited about it. So divided by 116, 123, 123. I forgot another 0 on there. Let me do it. And boom. Yeah, so that's just a fraction of a percent. And what's that? 0.014, something like that. So there we are. That's exciting, though. We watch and learn. Very cool. All right. So that's where we're at. Let's go back to the general. Nothing happening there. Steph Al's in the house, though. Farmer Joe. So Farmer Joe working that farm. And I think he comes in every so often and gives us updates about how the farming's going, which I think is pretty cool. Obviously, New Zealand is a farming nation, a bit of a food farm for the world. The one thing about being a food farm, of course, we export all the best stuff, and we get the secondary stuff. And not only that, because of markets, we pay the export prices. It's in most cases, so it's a bit sad, to be honest. All right, so there we are. We're 43 minutes in to the opening sniping hour of 24-hour auction, and no ETH in there yet. We're going to do a nice refresh though, and then we're going to jump over to the activities, and then we're going to check, go and check the news, which we haven't done for a little while. So we're going to go check the news as well, and so no ETH in there at the moment, and the last transactions here, just all these dolphins which we covered already. So let's go look at Cointelegraph. This is probably, if you know other good crypto news sites, let me know in the chat there, and I'll go pull those up as well. Let's accept that. So unchanged crypto tax bill will be put to a vote on Tuesday. That's pretty not none of that's typically good. So watch out for that. Flash crash rattles gold markets as Bitcoin holds strong. I wasn't surprised about the gold market there. I noticed that on Kitco News, I think it was. They were including they include it's mostly a gold channel, but they're forced to include crypto now, which is kind of funny. I know it's a sort of a nuance, but it's pretty hilarious. So new Brazilian Bitcoin ETF pledges carbon neutrality, and a Bitcoin hits 45,000 ahead of July inflation report. One fractal hints at looming correction. Interesting stuff there. Flash crash. Yeah, so video game platform offers token earnings by racing NFTs. Well, Phantasma's got this, so I wonder if this is about Phantasma, because Phantasma has got the most advanced NFTs in the world by a long shot. If you know Phantasma, I've talked about them before, but Phantasma it's mind blowing. Their NFTs, they're light years ahead of everybody else's. You can have a car, you can pull the car apart into pieces, and then you get other parts, new parts, put the parts together and put it back as an NFT, and every single part's an NFT. It's crazy stuff. That's what Phantasma does. And fast, super fast, fast TPS, and side chains and the rest of it. Multi-chain, side chains. Very cool. All right, so not much there actually, to be honest. We'll go leave the burning one there, and we're going to jump back to the market price. No change there. Let's have a look. See if we've got any transactions in there. No, they're pretty much similar to last time. 649 was the last one. Actually, there's been a bit of a gap between the last transaction there. They're very quiet in the market as well. We've got Wise at 47.7, Hex at 12.5 cents, or just shy of 12.5. Dex Tools at just under 30 cents. That's been a nice recovery for Dex Tools. I thought it was certainly underpriced. Quick has gone back up. I think it was over $400 before, and Matic at sitting at 107. So those are sort of the second layer there on the ETH chain as well. Right, let's go back to the chat there. And nice one, good vibes. That was me. It says good vibes, but it doesn't actually show up on the thing. All right, so we'll just jump back there. That's the old feed burning again. And we're just chilling it out. We're just winding down this first sniping hour. We're obviously going to be a bit more patient as we've got ATI testing on and the market's been booming. And the news flow is sort of that we had a lot of news flow last week, sort of quiet before the storm. But there's some of the word on the streets pretty exciting. I would like to talk about it, but you know, when you're on the YouTube channel, don't want to say things too ahead of the time, I don't want to speculate. Too much. All right, so very cool. We're just going to count that down. We're going to check the old auction again. And I have to decide what I'm going to have for dinner, of course. What am I going to have for dinner? Don't forget, if you've got any ideas, hit me up in Discord about Friday the 13th when we've got our mega VCA. It's going to be pretty big, I imagine. So we'll look forward to that. We'll have to have a nice theme, get everybody on, of course, on the live stream. I'll try and get some of the team members on. Hopefully they're awake at the same time. They're obviously, me being on New Zealand time is quite hard for people in the Northern Hemisphere. Typically, a lot of people watching in the Northern Hemisphere, it's like 2 o'clock in the morning or something. So that's how that plays out too. Last 9 minutes, folks, counting it down, and we're just edging out. Easy. We should have some kind nice, cool music, which is going to be in 3.0, Axion token 3.0, when that comes out shortly. Right, looking good. 9 minutes to go, and we are rolling the disco. Time for disco. Disco, burning. That's about it. It's as close as I get to that as well. Cool. I don't know if you've seen the nice summer themes on the. We've only probably got another 6 days left of these summer themes on the old thumbnails there. But I love this rendering here. See, that's done by the Axion team there, a marketing team. It's got the bull there, of course, the Bitcoin and the Axion there. Nice, really nice artwork there. Really great. And of course, we've gone through a lot of these. Ledger Nano S with VAB Airdrop, and the marketing update, if you haven't checked that out, of course, was pretty good. Actually, we might check that out quickly, briefly, while we're here. We'll just have a look at a few of the highlights. If you may have missed it, and we'll check some of those out. So this is really well done, very professional, to be honest. It's better than a lot of corporate marketing presentations, if you ask me, and I've seen a lot of them. All right, where are we going? We're going on to the slide there, Google Slides. No, we'll just use the slider here, so nice. So it's got that. What's new in the updates? Social media growth metrics. So this has been a big shift, particularly in the last month, and this is actually doing really well. And it's only consistency is always the key with this, and it's nice to see where this is heading for sure. So we had increase obviously in social visits as well, and getting people referring. Twitter stats are up, pretty awesome. You can see all the heavy move and volume. That's just showing you a shift in focus at the new marketing team in place. So very nice on that one. And Facebook also, you can see the big lift in their activity as well. And of course, start with LB, and of course we got Dead. Is it Dreadnought? I always forget. Deadpool. It's not Deadpool. I always forget. Damn it. All right. So hey, that's all right. You guys can laugh at me because it's fine. It's one of the moderators is doing. I always forget because I actually see him in the I know that he does amazing stuff, but I don't actually see him in the chat very often. Dead something. It's terrible. Dead rock. What is it? Dead. Not death row. Not death bro. Dead. Even Pullen said yesterday. I just forgotten now. Dead something. Oh, I've forgotten. Oh well, I can't even remember the rest of the tag name. Anyway, so we'll move past that point. But that's pretty cool. And Axion user survey, of course, came out. That was really interesting as well. So we had a few of those. And we've got lots of cool insights in there. So some of them were actually quite useful. We'll just jump through some of those. We'll just go through actually some of the weaknesses. So this is some of the stuff the team will be working, of course. 60% of the community believes marketing and advertising to be Axion's greatest weakness. So obviously that's changing around pretty fast. I think the team doing a good job with moving that around. 16% community feels that clearly describing tokenomics and strategies is Axion's weakness. Obviously simplifying, Paul's talk about simplifying the auction. We've got 2 auctions at the moment. Maybe simplifying them into one, and then changing the benefits around. So we keep the benefits pretty similar, just changing that around as well. So that's the auction stuff, and then changing around the tokenomics a little bit too, to get things balanced out and moving forward. 13% of community feels that the community outreach is greatest weakness. Yeah, and so I've always on about that, getting community out there, and obviously we get more YouTube channels, more Facebook, more Twitter, all that sort of stuff, all the free speech platforms as well. Get those moving. All right, very cool. What else we got here? We've got strengths there, but we're just going to jump on the budget. So we had July allocation 117,000, total expenses 86,000, and the rollover to August. So this budget gets rollover, it's pretty close, to 30,000, and that's really nice. So we'll jump over there. Now this is the big thing. I think Brave Browser is awesome. I think that's a huge opportunity for Axion, and of course the Axion adverts did the best on there ever. So I think there's a huge growth area for there. And of course we've got Coinzilla as well. Symmetrics, of course, is our new campaign programmatic campaign manager, and of course they specialize in crypto as well. And I think they're doing a brilliant job. We already see that Axion's getting ranked up for certain words really well on that. So pretty cool. And of course, they've got another YouTuber coming up here in August, Volscoin YouTuber. So we'll have to check that out. Maybe I'll try and check that out tomorrow. Video to come in August. So pretty cool. And of course, we've got the ledger giveaways and stuff like that. So that's going pretty nicely. What else we got going on there? So lots of stuff breakdown of that. We're going to jump through that. Quote of the month, of course. I think it's the last slide. The strength of the team is each member. The strength of each member is the team. Very nicely way to finish on that. And of course, we like some of these artworks. I definitely like this. I definitely like this first one. There's 2 ones in the middle. I'd probably leave those out, but obviously I like these 2. Keep them nice and visually graphic and attractive like that. Very cool. Metrics on Axion website banners. So very cool on that. And obviously Brave Browser results were terrific. It's 12.16% click-through rate. I mean, it's just amazing. So Brave is definitely a huge opportunity for Axion in many ways, I believe. All right, very cool on that. Let's quickly check the roadmap, of course, while we're here. We checked the marketing update for July, I think it was. So we just check the old Q3. We've got the Axion portal upgrades, Axion version 3 got an audit, centralized exchange listing, of course, and some of these are conditional, like this is probably on a legal opinion about not being security. We've got the Connect Financial credit card coming up, and of course that's massive. That's massive in terms of functionality, at least. And of course we've got potentially another launch partner, potentially. We've got the Axion testing initiative, of course, on at the moment. Vesting engine is already up and running. And what was the last thing that I missed there? And obviously, the CEX balancing when the centralized exchange is coming out. This obviously will get a lot of FOMO going. People love getting onto exchanges as well. Although obviously owning your keys is typically the best, right? But does it introduce new audiences to Axion? And that's probably the biggest thing as well. All right, so that's that. Let's jump back to the auction, and we've got 2 minutes to go, and we're going to refresh this and see how we're getting on. We've got a couple of comments there in the chat, so I'm going to go to those as well. Property Review, hey, good show today. Hey, Property Review, appreciate that. Good to see you in the chat as well. And Lamzo says, dead poet, lol. Yeah, that's what I said. Just laugh at me, Lamzo. I just forgot. I often say dead poet, but I forget that. It's not dead. It's a dead poet. I thought it was the other moderator, because dead poet, I know dead poet's in the, is it dead poet? Oh, I'm confused. I'm confusing myself. And Lamzo says, thoughts on the greater market, super dude. Do you think the bulls are back and wick-off pattern is playing out? Yeah, I probably think that I'm still not in that camp yet. It's still in we're in a bear decline. I'm still in that camp, but I do obviously I think it's better being up like this with good prices for crypto than being lower, because obviously that doesn't help anybody. The only people that benefit out of a declining market are margin shorters and maybe a couple of the big guys that want to pick up cheap stuff for the next run. But yeah, definitely. I think was it Triple Dutch was is very bullish. Gave some good good forward-looking prices. But yeah, at the moment I'm still in at least a local bull push, so we could see that 50,000 Bitcoin again. But whether it makes another all-time high, that's another question. Although I think December could be quite interesting around the Christmas time, November, December. I am worried about some macroeconomic stuff, but that only will impact the crypto markets will only get impacted if the stock market gets smashed. The stock market gets smashed, then that's one of the two big wealth baskets. You got property and stock markets, and if stock markets get hit real hard because it's very high, and you got inflation rearing its ugly head, and you got what I call very bad leadership in place. So we'll see how that plays out over the next 12 months. But it's not looking good so far. So we'll see the asset, but we've still got a lot of printing going on. But we've got some reserve banks talking about pulling back some certain stuff. So we're just going to see how that plays out. But we see some big moves on the reserve bank side that pulls back the money, that pulls back the asset bubble. So we'll see how that plays out. But yeah, if the stock market gets hurt, don't believe me, the crypto market will get hurt as well. It has been a speculative play and not a hedge. And last time we saw that, it was a speculative play, not a hedge. If Bitcoin does become a hedge, then it will be completely uncorrelated. But there are a few assets out there that may end up being uncorrelated. We'll see how that plays out. Still got time, maturity to grow. Woo-hoo-hoo. Maybe in the third bull cycle, maybe that will get proven that it becomes a hedge rather than a speculative play. As Bitcoin becomes even more scarce, that might work out. We'll see. All right, I think we've just finished the hour, folks. I think that's it. First hour's in. We've got 23 hours to go. We'll see whether we get some ETH in over the next 23 hours. Obviously, we've got a bit of ETH in the last 2 days after 24 hours, but nothing of major significance at the stage. But once again, we've had big bullish markets, people holding that ETH, trying to protect that US dollar regains, especially when it came off $1,735. So we'll see how it goes. Don't forget to join me, of course, for the close of VCA number 74 in about 22.5 hours time or something like that. And of course, we'll open up a new regular auction as we head towards mega VCA later in the week, which will be VCA number 76, VCA 76. So it's going to be fun. Thanks for watching, everybody. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. Hit the bell. And I hope you enjoyed that Watch the Burn website. That's pretty cool. Watching the ETH burn under the London fork. Pretty cool. Got to make sure I spell properly, right? Here we go. Take care wherever you are around the world. Enjoy yourself. Spend quality time with your friends and family. And until we see you next time for the next auction, I'll catch you then. Otherwise, peace out. Take care. Woohoo! All right. Thanks for watching. There we go.